Good afternoon and welcome to America's Home Cooking. I'm sorry, I was in my crochet book since I'm going to use that motif and make a bedspread. I couldn't find some of the information that I was looking for, but anyway, I'm going to give you a hint of some of the things that we're going to be having. In a little bit, as soon as somebody comes on, I will be informing you of some of the dishes that we'll be having. I actually got them done early, thank goodness. So I'm just going to wait probably a couple of minutes before everybody knows I'm here. And they're, oh my God, she's on. She's on. Oh God. I'm still trying to find sea bass fillets, and they're giving me a bit of a time with it. And I had promised you that recipe. So I have everything on hold, waiting for that one to come through. We're already a minute and nobody's on yet. Do, 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 do. Okay, I might as well go ahead. Nobody's going to be on, I guess, because it is the holidays and shopping. I've already started my Christmas shopping. I like to get it done early before we hit Thanksgiving. I know most of you are thinking about candies and things anyway. I found a recipe that says fried lemon rosemary catfish. Now, this is a very southern dish, but I know I can get catfish fillets, so we're good with that. All right. And it's going to be seasoned with rosemary and lemon, which will be most interesting when we do that. Now, here's what I've been working on. I bought the chicken. I told you about split roasted Cornish hens. We haven't gotten to them yet because there was so much leftovers in the dishes. So anyway, this one's going to be with sage and rosemary and pancetta and garlic, and I'm definitely going to have to use some bacon with this because it doesn't have what we're looking for. So I'm going to have to do it that way. But anyway, that's Cornish hens. Now this is to put on the spit. In other words, they're talking about outside. Hi, Oscar, to grill it outside. But I'm going to have to bake it on the inside because I'm not grilling outside. Okay. Now this one was another one that caught my interest. Listen to this. This is lamb stew, but listen to what's in it. A mixed nut pesto. Has anybody ever heard of that? I have not. So I'm going to be buying a whole bunch of nuts to make the pesto. I made the French bread for it, but now we just I have to get the stuff for the pesto. I had never heard of it. They want 4 pounds of a boneless lamb. We're going to be putting leeks in it with onions and carrots. And then we need hazelnuts, walnuts, almonds, and fresh parsley and butter and stuff, and that's for the pesto. So that's going to be something new. I've not tried it. One of the few last books with my teacher. Okay, now this one's going to sound weird, and you probably, hi is Invisible Gamer, hamburger Brennan. Okay, these hamburgers, we're going to be making them like steaks. And I need, did I get the chuck? Yeah, I already have the chuck. I have to get scallions. It's going to have Worcestershire sauce in it, nutmeg in it, and we're going to make a sauce mason with it. And that's butter with Worcestershire sauce, meat juices, and parsley. So this will be very interesting for us to try these recipes easily. Now this one, all right, hold your breath. You will never guess this one in a million years, because I would never think of it myself. And you know I'm pretty creative. Howdy from South Texas. Well, hello, Captain Phil. What part of the south of Texas? I grew up in Beeville. But here, listen to this recipe. This recipe is absolutely the one that caught me more than anything. I was going through the book looking for something else, and it said beer rice. So I had to run to my son, my older son. I said, Sean, can I take a beer? Because he drinks it. I don't. And he said, what are you going to do with it, Mommy? I said, I need it for rice. He said, wait a minute, you don't use beer in rice. And I said, this recipe calls for brown rice and beer. And he said, you got to be kidding me. And on top of it, I'm going to be putting salted peanuts in it as well. And they say, be kind, be humble, hi. And so I said, no, they said to serve this with hot dogs. So we're actually going to have hot dogs, and I have Piccadilly And I had canned that, so we're going to have that with it, as well as some pickled vegetables to go with it. Pickled vegetables are very, very good when the weather starts going like this because it'll alkaline you up. Okay, Invisible Gamer. All right, now here's I found another one. Believe you me, I find so many recipes. Oh, okay. This is called Asian pork with peas and mushrooms with rice. I know a lot of people don't like mushrooms, but this is really interesting. Because listen, you're going to be seasoning it with frozen peas, grated orange, ginger, soy, orange juice. Then you're also having chicken broth with everything else that you're going to be adding into it. And you can't tell me that doesn't sound good and that doesn't sound interesting, because it does. I should know. I've been reading my cookbooks. Now, did I say anything? If it's this one? Oh, this one I just want to do. I'm sure a lot of people already know it, but veal cutlets, Milanese style. Milanese style. Oh, I'm not pronouncing it right. Oh, kill me. I'll probably get it wrong. Anyway, I made bread so I can make breadcrumbs. And this is very simple, but I just want to try it. And I don't even know if the store will even have it. But if they don't, I'll have to march out and find another place to find veal cutlets. Now, that is pretty much what's coming up. And I still haven't even finished last week's that I told you we were having this week because we had so many leftovers. The chicken thighs came out excellent. I mean, we had them for 2 days. Then we had the rice, the pork chili. That lasted 2 days. So I said, I haven't even gotten through these recipes. But these are recipes I'm thinking of. Now, I found a beautiful, I can't believe. Now, everybody knows about carrot cake. A lot of people have it with pineapple and coconut in it. I make one that has walnuts, carrots, cream cheese in it, and it's a very simple cake. But I just found one that has apricots in it, prunes in it, nuts in it, and I was reading this and I said, this is like a autumn carrot cake, and I want to make that, but I have to get all the ingredients together. But that's something that I'm really looking forward to making as well. But not this week, but it will be coming up for the holidays. And for the lady who asked me about a pecan pie, yes, I have found 3 of them. Okay, Oscar, see you tomorrow. And that is one has bourbon, and then one is called After the Party. That's because you're adding more bourbon into the pecan pie. And then I have the classic one, but I'm going to make one of the bourbon ones. Now, I know it's liquor. If you're afraid that the liquor will get to your children, do not worry about it. Hi, Asher. So don't worry about it, because when you bake and cook, the alcohol cooks out, and all what you have is the flavor. So that's what I'm going to be making. It will be made before Christmas. I can't tell you when I'm going to do it, but because we're in the holidays, I definitely go in that direction. Yeah, Captain Phil, that sounds like a really nice dish. Do you want to know what he's making? He's making deep fried chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy. I know that dish, with black beans and roasted whole carrots. Doesn't that sound interesting? Yeah, it does sound. That's a very good one. So if there's anything you wish to talk about, please let me know and we'll chat. If not, that's pretty much it what I'm doing. It might take me 2 weeks to get through all these recipes, but I'm still working on one trying to find sea bass. And because the fillets are like only this big, and I need some really big ones, so I might have to wait until they're just starting to harvest, so maybe sometime in November I should be able to get bigger bass at that time. Oh, so I spent all afternoon trying to find the starter on that motif that I said I'm going to do. Hey, listen, that's good. Don't tell me you killed your own chicken to eat it. I hope you didn't name it. Because if you name the bird, that's it. You can't kill it. It's a pet. That's why children name all the animals so you don't eat them. Add a question and answer sticker. I don't even know how to do this. Okay, question and answer. I don't know how to do that. I'm afraid to touch anything because if I start touching it, I'm going to be in trouble. Anyway, it's just added and came up. And nobody's told me what this bullseye is about. It has a plus bullseye, which I don't understand either. I don't think anybody knows. Well, listen, there aren't many people on, so this must be a very short video this time. So I'm going to get back to my work. I have to close the house up. I know a lot of you. Captain Phil, enjoy that dinner. It sounds delicious. Well, I should say supper. It might be your dinner. It might be supper because we're getting late in the day. But anyway, I want all of you to, everybody's coming back on now, and I was getting ready to say bye. But that's what I do, cook from scratch. Thank you. Unfirst cup. Ha ha, Brenda. How are you, young lady? Thank you, Oscar. My girlfriend that I was talking to this afternoon, we're also Facebook friends. He just said, I'll see you tomorrow. Remember, I have to go shopping tomorrow. Hi, DA. Oh, so Brenda, now you know what I'm making for the week, but I still can't find sea bass. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I know Texas. Yeah, you probably killed the bird. I saw my rooster go because he went cock-a-doodle-doo, and the neighbors complained. And I asked my mother not to kill my bird. I'll try to be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah, I'll be home tomorrow. Yeah. Of course I will. I found it, by the way, to start that motif. I couldn't find the beginning of it, and I said I knew I had it somewhere, but God, I was in all my drawers and books trying to find it. Okay. Sample text, hi. Off the Gulf of Texas is where you fish? Captain Phil? You gotta wait for him to answer me. He was the first one on. Do you fish in the Gulf of America? Well, sorry, I call it the Gulf of Mexico because that's how I grew up. The Gulf of America, I'll get accustomed to it. Hanin? Hanin, did I pronounce your name correctly? H-A space N? Hanin? Nobody answers, so it's very difficult. This is not a history course. This is about cooking. Hannah, okay. You sound angry, Julie, when you said what you said. Sure thing. Okay. Hmm. Do you own your own fishing vessel, Captain Phil? Hmm. Okay. But do you own your own fishing vessel? Or do you actually work on somebody else's? Yeah, Captain Phil. He seems to be a fisherman, but I just wanted to know, did he have his own fishing vessel or not? Hi, Bill. I actually was so busy every Wednesday, AJ, that when I tried to come and get online, it was already 5 o'clock and I was closing the house up. I had just been so busy with so many things that I have to do before I was cleaning windows, and I'm just going to start cleaning again. But it was just a lot of work that I had to do, and I was out a lot, and I just didn't get to my Wednesdays in the afternoon. And that's why you didn't see me for a while. Yes, I am, Bill. I'm having a nice day. Though it took me forever to find a pattern I was looking for, but I did get it. I try to, but don't hold me to it, Brenda. It's difficult. I get busy. Do people get lonely? I am just like everybody else. We have days that we get lonely, and there are days that we aren't. Oh, good. Thank you, AJ. So I don't important. Yeah, I try to be live every Wednesday, but I've been messing it up. I promise I'm going to do it, and then it just goes out the door. But today I said I will. Retired at 32? How did you pull that one off? That one I'd like to know how you pulled that one off. I know it's dangerous out to sea, so you have to be careful. Julie, this is not a political, but if you look through history, since man has fallen, I don't think we've had 100 days where somebody's not killing somebody or taking land from everybody or wars or anything else. So I am not going to point the finger to one person or to the other. Very good, Captain Phil. Wishing you the best. So, Julie, you're angry about something? What are you going to do about it? You can't stop people from killing people. You can't stop wars. You can't stop anything. You stand up for this person, this goes wrong. This is karma. All of this is karma going into play, and there's nothing you can do about it. Hi, Jim Milton. Yes, but you are angry, Julie. You're coming across as a very angry female. Look, your freedom goes as far as the tip of your nose. In other words, you can't force it anywhere else, but there are commandments that we were given. And at one point it says the man is not supposed to, look at his neighbor's wife and stuff. So, yeah, I know she's really angry. But the thing is this is karma, okay? I'm going to say it point blank. I believe in reincarnation. I believe that we've had more than one life. So let's take the story of Cain and Abel. Now, Cain and Abel were brothers. They grew up, and then something happened, and one got jealous of the other because God saw more pleasure in this instead of that. One gave a offering of fruit and food, and the other one gave of animals. Now, the animals were not accepted. God was not happy, so he got angry because his brother seemed blessed, so he went and killed his brother. Now, how can his brother get revenge or be able to turn the other cheek? Because remember, the Bible states an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. There's no way this could happen unless there's reincarnation, because if he's already dead and his brother's living on earth, that's unfair to him because he's shortened his life. And if he had a wife, his wife is suffering and children, and yet this man is with his wife, and you see, so they would have to come back. And then the brother that was killed would have to sit there and either kill the one who killed him in a previous life or forgive. The law of grace or the law of karma. We've got a lot of karma, a lot of anger. People can't even tell you why they dislike somebody or anything else. I see people from the Civil War. I just see it all playing out. And remember, this thing that's in Palestine and all that goes way back into the Bible, way back into the Bible. When a brother, I think it was Joseph, was sold into slavery, there seems to be a lot of contempt and everything. But this goes way back. I just refused to be part of it. I said, no, I'm going to put my head above all of this. You can deal with the lower, and I call that lower plane, fighting and hating and yelling and screaming at everybody. I call that a low plane. I'm going to keep my head above all of this. I don't care. You can sit there and then, Julie, you go there and take all your money and do what you have to and save them over there. If you want to be in the heart of it, don't stand on the by side on the seat and say, that's wrong over there. No, get your little buns, go over there and do something. And children have been dying. What about the children that are sold into slavery? What about the children that are being prostituted? Come on, you want to talk about it? Let's talk about the old people that young people go and beat up in the street. All right? Let's talk about the people who break into people's homes and kill them. Okay? You take guns away, it doesn't help. They'll use a knife. If they don't have a knife, they'll use their bare hands. You're picking one little thing out. You can't do that. But of course, you don't have to believe in God. That's your choice. I don't care if you do or you don't. I do. That's me. If you don't like it, bye. But we have opinions. Like I said, it only goes as far as our nose. A lot of karma coming up, and it seems to be coming to a head. Yeah, I see it. Oh, somebody's carrying on about children dying and children starving and people dying. My God, this has been going on for years, for lives. Well, if she doesn't like God, that's all right. Thank you, Vicky. Oh, somebody wrote something nasty because the message is being held for review. You know, you can pray. There's nothing I can do because I know exactly what's going to happen. All right, just point blank. Yeah. I am going to be cooking. I'm not cooking tonight, but I'm definitely going to cook tomorrow. Thank you. You know, Cheryl, if I knew how to block you on this, I would, because you're not being nice at all. You think, but you know, when you close your eyes, let's see if what you believe now is true, and we'll see what happens. Another message was written and is being held for review as well. No, I think she should leave personally. She's in her own world. Thank you, Ashley. But the thing is that there's nothing I can do. I am just one person. But the people I deal with and the things I do, I hope I bring light and laughter to people and they feel better. I have a small circle of friends and I'm nice with people. Oh, you again. So, anyway, oh, thank you. So, there's nothing really, the madness of the earth is going to get worse. Mankind seems to be running until he kills himself. A whole lot of messages, I know. Those are those idiots. Wait a minute, Cheryl just mad her husband took the kids because she's a bitch. You keep doing what you're doing. Cheryl, you're not enjoying this page. I think you ought to just leave gracefully. No, I am not sleeping. I am watching very, very carefully. I'm going to need another light bulb. Okay. You know, some people are quite vulgar. I don't even find them entertaining. I'm glad their messages are being held. Mm. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. If I could mute her, I would, but I don't. But I don't know how to do that. I'll have to ask my son if I can do that when some people are just being nasty. If there's just a way I can do that. But anyway, at least you know what's coming up next week. I do want to make that carrot cake. I mean, it is so out in left field from anything I've ever made. Yeah, I just don't know how to do any of that. By clicking more. And then look, all right, I'm not on my computer. I'll remember that. It worked. Thank you guys. I pressed it, it came up, and I went delete. Thank you, thank you. I didn't know how to do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm learning every day. That was nice of you to help me. My son wants me to play music on my videos, and I said, why? Question, observe, and marvel, because only in confronting the weirdness of the system can you see it clearly and perhaps navigate it wisely. Me? You want us to ask me to navigate a library? I'd be better at that. Oh, oh, I like that. Thank you so much. It's really great that I could do that. Okay, hot box de price premise? Hot box de premise? I think I said that right. I'm not sure. Oh, let's see. It's been 30 minutes we've been talking. Now, when people are that angry, they're not even fun to be around, you know. They really aren't. I'd rather not. That's my favorite, Kevin. He said German chocolate cake. I love German chocolate cake. I don't have everything to make it right now, but yes, I can make it. I do know how to make a German chocolate cake. My girlfriend likes pineapple upside down. I have a apple upside down cake I haven't made yet, and I think a pear upside down cake. Yeah, German chocolate cake is really good. I have never made a red velvet, but I have a recipe for it. I just haven't gotten around to it. Like I said, cakes, I want to make them nutritious, but I don't want them to sit there and be like bread. See, with biscuits and breads and scones and stuff, I can pancakes, muffins and stuff. I can play around and add whole wheat flour and stuff. But when it comes to cakes, because you're using cake flour, and I know, yeah, I'm going to be making one soon, a carrot cake, but it's different from any carrot cake I've heard of. I just haven't been able to balance it to where I can make it nutritious so we're not eating just sugar, but that you're getting nutrition in it as well. And I'm thinking about trying it with wheat germ, and I'm trying to decide how much to put in it so I don't take away from the cake. I tried making a carrot cake with wheat flour with the cake. Well, anyway, it wasn't good. I had to throw it out. So this is why I'm very careful with cakes. You can't really add a lot of powdered milk because the cake, by the time it's done cooking, will be too brown and you don't want it too brown. So I can't add that extra protein in. So I'm trying to balance that out, maybe a couple of tablespoons, and that'd pick up calcium. And if I put in a tablespoon of wheat germ, toasted wheat germ, not too much where it takes and causes the cake to taste like bread, but to stay as a cake, but to get that in. And that's where I have my problems. You want to know when yes, when I make the carrot cake, you will see me make it. And one woman has already asked for a pecan one, and I'm going to make that with bourbon. I like the nighttime bourbon after the party. That sounds like a really good one. Yeah, I, this carrot cake I make that I'm thinking of making, it's not a layered one. I think it's going to be a 10-inch cake. I'm not sure, but it's looking like the way it's put together, it might be a 10-inch, and it sounds good. Yes, I have made zucchini bread, and it is delicious. I don't think I've done a video on it, but I have made it, and it's a very low bread, but it is just so nice. Gee, everything sounds so nice now. We're talking about things, but I will show you. Yeah, I will. Really? I made it in the springtime one time for my family, and we enjoyed it tremendously. I made, I have some cantaloupe butter, and I want to take that, and I'm going to try to make muffins with it. I think I'm going to thicken it up a little more, so when I make it, the muffins won't be too liquid. But I have to work on that too. If you think that is funny, my Wednesday's going pretty good. They taught me how to remove somebody from it, and now somebody is talking about, and that is not even polite to assume that you can pick up a woman and do what you want with her. That's not nice at all. Okay, I think I'm going to close down. I've got some things I've got to do. But anyway, you know what's coming up. It might take me 2 weeks to get through all these recipes or a little longer. But some of them that I can't find, I do work very hard to find what I need, and it's not always great. See, this is when you guys think you're really, really cute, and women think you could sit there and run your mouth and curse people out. You're not welcomed on this site. I wish you would just get up and leave. Go find somebody with your mentality who just likes being a nasty idiot. Okay? I'm sure you'll feel very good about it. But maybe you have to pick on nice people because you're not intelligent enough to go up against somebody with your mentality. My husband picked it up. The china closet you see here, had it many years. I do not know. I never asked my husband how much something cost. I never had to ask him for anything. He was a very thoughtful man. Uh, so I don't know and I don't ask. I'm grateful when a gift is given, and I don't say I don't like it and I don't throw it away. You know, listen, people, I'm going to leave because these are really. So I'm going to sit there and go. Well, anyway, listen, I'm leaving because when they're like this and they're saying these things, it's very hard to talk to the nice people because they keep on thinking that they're cute and they really, really aren't. And if they were here and my husband was alive, they would be picking their teeth up through their ass. No, it's what they're writing, Brenda, but listen, I'm going to be going. Listen, so Brenda, I'll talk to you another day. And for the rest of you, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And for all of you idiots, I hope your head gets shoved up your butt. You take care, Peaky, Pika.